What if I told you that the healthy nuts sitting in your pantry right now could be silently destroying your testosterone, stealing your energy, and accelerating your masculine decline without you even realizing it? You probably wouldn't expect that your daily handful of the wrong nuts is actually sabotaging your hormone production. But here's what's even more alarming. Certain nuts that men over 50 eat every single day are loaded with compounds that actively block testosterone synthesis, leaving you feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and robbed of your vitality. For generations, traditional healers understood that specific nuts could either restore masculine energy or devastatingly destroy it. Something modern nutritionists have completely forgotten, leaving millions of men over 50 vulnerable to hormonal collapse. Ancient wisdom keepers warned about testosterone-killing nuts for centuries, but today's confusing health advice has made this life-saving knowledge more critical than ever for men desperately trying to maintain their strength and energy. Groundbreaking research from major universities reveals that men over 50 who avoided certain testosterone-destroying nuts for just 8 weeks experienced dramatic increases in free testosterone levels, plus significant improvements in energy and motivation. Even more shocking, the same studies found that common nuts most men consider healthy actually reduce testosterone production by up to 12% in adults aged 50 to 70, something most doctors never tell their patients is happening with every handful they eat. I'm Dr. Sarah, and I want to share some vital information about testosterone-supporting nutrition that could make a profound difference in your energy, strength, and masculine vitality. What I'm about to reveal could help you reclaim your hormonal power and transform how you feel every single day. Subscribe now, because this video combines shocking new science with practical wisdom every single man over 50 deserves to know immediately. Before we dive in, tell me, where are you watching from today? Have you noticed your energy declining with certain foods? If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe for more vital health insights that could transform your masculine vitality and overall well-being. Before we dive deeper into which specific nuts can support your testosterone and which ones might be working against you, let me share 3 key things you'll discover today. First, you'll learn exactly which 5 nuts contain compounds that research suggests may help support healthy testosterone levels in men over 50. Second, I'll explain the 2 commonly eaten nuts that might actually be interfering with your hormone production when consumed in large amounts. And third, you'll get a simple, practical plan for incorporating testosterone-supporting nutrition into your daily routine while working alongside your healthcare team. When we talk about men's health after age 50, one topic that comes up repeatedly in my practice is testosterone decline. I've worked with countless men who feel frustrated by low energy, reduced motivation, and concerns about their masculine vitality. Many worry that age-related testosterone decline is just something they have to accept. But here's what I've learned through years of coordinating with patients and their doctors: the foods we choose can actually influence how our bodies produce and use hormones. Let me share William's story, because it perfectly illustrates what I see regularly in my practice. William is 68, a retired sales manager from North Carolina who's been married to his wife Susan for 40 years. William came to me already working well with his family doctor for routine health maintenance. What he wanted was to feel more energetic for his favorite hobby, reading, and to have better stamina for keeping up with his 4 grown children and their families. William's doctor was monitoring his testosterone levels, which had gradually declined over several years, completely normal for men his age. I coordinated with his medical team, and together we decided to add specific testosterone-supporting foods, including certain nuts, to his daily routine. Within 8 weeks, William noticed he felt more alert during his evening reading sessions and had better energy when visiting with his grandchildren. His doctor was pleased with how William took an active role in supporting his overall wellness. Today, William continues both his regular medical care and these nutritional approaches, feeling more vital and engaged with life than he had in years. Your body's hormone production works very much like a car engine. Just as your car needs the right fuel, proper maintenance, and quality parts to run smoothly, your testosterone production requires specific nutrients, proper circulation, and protection from damage to function optimally. As we age, this hormonal engine naturally becomes less efficient, which is completely normal. But the good news is that certain foods that increase testosterone can help support this natural process rather than working against it. The research that convinced me about nuts and hormone health comes from multiple clinical studies. One particularly compelling study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that men aged 50 to 70 who incorporated specific testosterones, apporting nuts into their diets, experienced measurable improvements in hormone, markers, and energy levels. What fascinated me was how these simple dietary changes worked with the body's natural processes. But here's what surprised me most about nuts for testosterone. It's not just about which nuts you eat, but also about which ones you might want to limit. Some nuts that are marketed as healthy contain compounds that research suggests may interfere with optimal hormone production in men over 50. I'd love to hear about your experience with energy levels and diet. Have you noticed certain foods affecting how you feel throughout the day? Share your observations in the comments. I read everyone, and your experiences help other viewers understand how nutrition impacts men's health over 50. Let me walk you through the 5 nuts that research suggests can support healthy testosterone levels, starting with almonds. Almonds contain magnesium, which acts like the spark plug in your hormonal engine. Studies indicate that men with adequate magnesium intake may maintain healthier testosterone levels compared to those who are deficient. Think of magnesium as helping your body's hormone factory operate more efficiently. Almonds also provide vitamin E and healthy fats that research suggests may protect the cells responsible for testosterone production. However, balance matters here. While almonds contain beneficial monounsaturated fats, they're also high in omega-6 fatty acids. When I work with patients, I always coordinate with their doctors to ensure they're getting balanced nutrition that supports overall hormone balance. The second testosterone-supporting nut is walnuts, often called the brain nut because of their distinctive shape. But their benefits extend far beyond mental clarity. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which research suggests may help reduce inflammation throughout the body. This matters for testosterone because chronic inflammation is associated with declining hormone levels in aging men. Think of inflammation like rust in your car's engine. It interferes with smooth operation. The omega-3s in walnuts work like high-quality engine oil, helping to keep your body's systems running smoothly. Clinical studies suggest that men who consume adequate omega-3 fatty acids may maintain healthier testosterone levels as they age. When I discuss omega-3 rich foods with my patients, I always mention coordinating with their healthcare providers, especially if they're taking blood-thinning medications. If this information has been helpful so far, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what I'm about to share next about Brazil nuts. It's particularly important for men's vitality after 50. Brazil nuts deserve special attention when we talk about natural hormone support for men. These large, creamy nuts from South America contain one of nature's most concentrated sources of selenium. Research published in the Journal of Urology found that men who consumed adequate selenium experienced improvements in testosterone levels and overall reproductive health. Here's what selenium does for your hormonal engine. It acts like premium fuel additives that help your engine run cleaner and more efficiently. Selenium supports the production of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant, which helps protect testosterone-producing cells from damage. Think of it as providing extra protection for the most important parts of your hormonal engine. But here's the critical point about Brazil nuts: you don't need many. Just 2 to 3 Brazil nuts daily can provide all the selenium your body needs. More isn't better with selenium. And I always tell my patients that excess selenium can actually be harmful. This is exactly why I coordinate with their doctors when discussing selenium intake, particularly for men who already take supplements or have thyroid conditions. The fourth testosterone-supporting nut is pistachios. These small, green nuts contain an amino acid called arginine, which research suggests may support healthy blood flow throughout the body. Good circulation is essential for hormone transport and overall masculine vitality. Think of arginine as helping to keep your engine's fuel lines clear and flowing properly. A study published in the International Journal of Impotence Research found that men who consumed pistachios daily experienced improvements in erectile function and overall vascular health. This matters because the same circulation that supports sexual health also helps transport hormones throughout your body. When I discuss foods to improve blood flow with my patients, I always recommend choosing unsalted pistachios to avoid excess sodium, which can interfere with healthy blood pressure. The fifth beneficial nut is hazelnuts. which are rich in vitamin E and monounsaturated fats. Vitamin E acts like a protective coating for your hormonal engine's most delicate parts. Research suggests that adequate vitamin E intake may help protect testosterone-producing cells from oxidative damage, which naturally increases as we age. Think of vitamin E like a protective shield around your hormone factory. Just as you'd protect valuable equipment from rust and corrosion, vitamin E helps protect the cellular machinery that produces testosterone. Studies indicate that men with adequate vitamin E status may maintain healthier hormone levels compared to those who are deficient. What questions would you ask your healthcare provider about adding these testosterone-supporting foods to your routine? Comment below your questions, help me create better content and guide how I explain these topics to my patients. Now, here's something most doctors don't tell their patients about certain nuts that might actually work against testosterone goals. While I don't believe any food should be completely eliminated, there are two commonly consumed nuts that research suggests might interfere with optimal hormone production when eaten in large amounts. The first is peanuts, though technically they're legumes, not tree nuts. Peanuts are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. Remember our car engine analogy. If omega-3s are like high-quality oil that keeps things running smoothly, too much omega-6 is like using the wrong grade of oil that can cause your engine to run rough. Research suggests that men with diets very high in omega-6 fats may experience more age-related testosterone decline compared to those with balanced fat intake. Peanuts also have the potential for aflatoxin contamination, which some studies suggest might interfere with hormone production. This doesn't mean you can never enjoy peanuts, but moderation is key for men focused on supporting healthy testosterone levels. The second food to limit is flaxseed, which contains compounds called phytoestrogens. These plant-based compounds can mimic estrogen in the body, potentially interfering with optimal testosterone balance in men. Think of phytoestrogens like putting the wrong type of fuel in your engine. Your car might still run, but not at peak performance. But here's what I'm about to tell you that changed how I practice medicine. It's not about creating fear around foods, but about understanding how to optimize your nutrition for your specific health goals. Balance and moderation matter more than complete elimination of any food group. The evidence suggests that small, consistent choices matter more than dramatic dietary overhauls. When I work with men over 50 who want to support their testosterone levels naturally, I focus on what they can add to their diet rather than creating long lists of forbidden foods. This approach works better with your body's natural wisdom and creates sustainable, long-term results. Here's exactly how to incorporate testosterone-supporting nuts into your daily routine. Start with just 1 or 2 varieties and see how your body responds. For most men, I recommend a small handful of mixed nuts daily, about 1 ounce total. This might include 5 to 6 almonds, 3 walnut halves, 2 Brazil nuts, and a small portion of pistachios or hazelnuts. Timing matters too. Many of my patients find that eating these nuts with breakfast or as a mid-afternoon snack helps maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. The healthy fats and protein in nuts can help stabilize blood sugar, which research suggests is important for maintaining healthy hormone levels. Consistency matters more than perfection. I tell my patients that eating testosterone-supporting foods regularly, even in modest amounts, creates better results than occasionally consuming large quantities. Think of it like maintaining your car. Regular oil changes and quality fuel work better than occasional major overhauls. The next insight will tie everything together about creating a sustainable approach to men's nutrition after 50. What I've learned through years of working with patients and their healthcare teams is that the most successful men are those who view these dietary changes as part of their overall wellness strategy, not as isolated interventions. Your hormone health depends on multiple factors working together: nutrition, sleep, physical activity, stress management, and regular medical care. The nuts we've discussed today are just one piece of this larger puzzle. When I coordinate with my patients' doctors, we always look at how dietary changes fit into their complete health picture. This is why I always encourage men to discuss these nutritional approaches with their healthcare providers. Your doctor knows your specific health history, current medications, and individual risk factors. They can help you determine which of these suggestions might be most beneficial for your particular situation. For men with prostate health concerns, cardiovascular issues, or diabetes, certain nuts might be more or less appropriate. Men taking blood-thinning medications need to be particularly careful about sudden increases in omega-3 intake. This collaborative approach between patient, nutritionist, and physician creates the safest and most effective results. I've also seen that men who approach these changes gradually tend to stick with them longer. Rather than completely overhauling your diet overnight, consider adding 1 or 2 testosterone-supporting nuts to your weekly grocery list. Pay attention to how you feel, and discuss your observations with your healthcare team. The research supporting these approaches continues to evolve. New studies regularly provide insights into how specific nutrients affect hormone health in aging men. What remains consistent is that whole food approaches, combined with overall healthy lifestyle choices, tend to provide the most sustainable benefits. Remember, testosterone isn't just about muscle mass or sexual function, though those aspects matter to many men. This hormone influences energy levels, mood, motivation, bone density, and cardiovascular health. Supporting healthy testosterone levels through nutrition is really about supporting your overall vitality and quality of life as you age. If this evidence-based approach to men's nutrition resonates with you, please subscribe for more wellness education that honors your relationship with your healthcare provider. I'm here to provide information and support your health journey, never to replace your doctor's professional guidance. What I find most encouraging about working with men over 50 is witnessing how small, consistent changes can create meaningful improvements in how they feel day to day. Whether it's having more energy for hobbies, feeling more motivated for physical activity, or simply experiencing better mood stability, these nutritional supports can make a real difference. The key is approaching these changes with patience and realistic expectations. Hormone levels don't change overnight, and neither do the symptoms associated with age-related testosterone decline. Most of my patients begin noticing improvements in energy and motivation within 4 to 8 weeks of making consistent dietary changes, though individual responses vary. I also encourage men to track how they're feeling rather than focusing solely on laboratory values. While blood tests provide valuable information, your daily experience of energy, sleep quality, mood, and physical strength are equally important indicators of progress. Working with your healthcare team also means understanding when dietary approaches might not be sufficient. Some men benefit from medical interventions in addition to nutritional support. There's no shame in needing additional help. The goal is finding the combination of approaches that helps you feel your best. The foods we've discussed today, almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts, pistachios, and hazelnuts, are all whole foods that provide multiple health benefits beyond just testosterone support. They contain healthy fats, protein, fiber, and various vitamins and minerals that support overall wellness. This is why I prefer food-based approaches. When possible, you're supporting your entire health picture, not just targeting one specific concern. For men who have nut allergies or sensitivities, don't worry. These aren't the only foods that can support healthy testosterone levels. Seeds, certain fish, lean meats, and various vegetables also provide nutrients that research suggests may benefit hormone health. The key principles remain the same: focus on whole foods, maintain balance, and work with your healthcare team. If this video reminds you of someone who might benefit from this information about natural hormone support, please share it with them. Sometimes the most caring thing we can do is share knowledge that might help a friend or family member feel more energetic and vital. As we wrap up today's discussion, I want to emphasize that you have more control over how you age than you might think. While we can't stop the natural changes that come with getting older, we can support our bodies through the choices we make every single day. The nuts we've discussed are just one tool in your wellness toolkit. The evidence suggests that men who take an active, informed approach to their health, working collaboratively with their medical providers, and making thoughtful lifestyle choices tend to maintain better vitality as they age. You deserve to feel energetic, motivated, and strong, regardless of your age. Next week, I'll be sharing information about sleep strategies that can naturally support healthy testosterone levels in men over 50. Sleep is often overlooked in discussions about hormone health, but research shows it's absolutely critical for maintaining optimal testosterone production as we age. Remember, the goal isn't to fight against aging, but to age with strength, vitality, and confidence. Small, consistent choices in nutrition, combined with regular medical care and other healthy lifestyle practices, can make a meaningful difference in how you feel and function every single day. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next week with more evidence-based information to support your health journey.